Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video I'll chat about my perspectives as a visually impaired person playing Star Citizen and the recent missions to do with the upgrade for the F7 Hornet Mark II. Sorry if you see me looking over, this is my screen. I don't have some of this memorized, but it is guiding me through some of the first mission. Some of this I'll have footage for, some of it I won't. Intel raid. We went into the bunkers. As a visually impaired person, I tend to go behind people as I don't shoot well, nor do I actually see some of the devices that I need to see. For instance, for codes, especially for server room overheats. I managed to kill stuff that was at the elevator I was sitting at, and I managed to spot the devices that needed codes. I could not see the codes. That's okay. Some of my org mates were with me and were able to spot where I was, read out the code to the person in the service room. No big deals. This mission was also able to be shared, so it wasn't the biggest deal. So phase 2. Phase 2, again, the mission was able to be shared. No issues there, so I could sit in the back Scorpius this time, and I was able to help out the pilot with whatever gunning skills I was able to give at the time. Keep in mind that my sight fluctuates, so that night I was actually able to do okay. It wasn't the greatest. The pilot then, because of my sight issues, went out and grabbed the data chips, and because we were all sharing the mission, we were able to just hand it in all together. This mission wasn't an issue. I actually thoroughly enjoyed these missions, but when we went to mission 3, that's when headaches happened. So on a general day, I do not do well with quantum. There's too many blips on my screen, and if there's too many people in the area, especially in a big party, I can't quantum. I usually get picked up by an org mate and I take over in the gunner seat. This wasn't doable. We had to make sure that I was the one flying into the location because most had already done their missions, and I don't fault them for that. So I had to quantum in to the location and then help as best I could fighting. The quantum was the biggest issue. The fact that this mission couldn't be shared was also a big issue. However, with a bit of persistence, I was able to get it done. And thanks to all my org mates for helping me out and having patience with me for trying to figure out the quantum. Phase 4. It was a 2-part phase. We went in and dealt with the comma array, and then the Korea mission. The Korea mission, I ended up having to stay on a ship because I just don't know Korea very well, and I would have gotten lost and constantly killed. That was not helpful to anyone, so I stayed put in the ship. It was fine. The comma arrays, fine as well. So most of these missions were fun to do with the group, but also fine for me because I could either sit in a gunner seat and just help out where I could. But that mission 3, that phase 3 was a nightmare. And I'm sorry, but CIG needs to get their head out of their sand and start thinking about, even if they're not going to put the accessibility in, start thinking about those that are still trying to play even without accessibility supports. Like, that mission should have been shareable. That way I could have sat in a gunner seat and been able to help out where I could. Again, these are my thoughts. These are my frustrations. And I understand that CIG is working on the tech before it works on the accessibility. But these are the kinds of things that utterly frustrate me. For note, my org mates were awesome. And I hope to do more missions like this that CIG will put out, but hopefully they're shareable. Thanks for watching.